let's play some more Final Fantasy XIV with Daenne. Oh my gosh, last character of my recording and streaming characters to do the Rising with. Found out, yes, technically yesterday, because today is Saturday, September 30th, that the Rising event ends October 3rd, so very soon. So I have to hustle to get all my characters and my alts at the Phoenix Mount that happens to come along with this event before it goes away forever. I know, dramatic. But without further ado, let's play with Daenne. Well, let's do the event with Daenne. Siblings Rising. Kipia Jakaya is looking a worried sister. Quest is available for a limited time only. Oh, if it isn't Daenne, it's always a pleasure, my friend. And how fortuitous that you should appear now, just when I'm in need of help again. Pray hear me out. You see, my brother recently wrote saying that he wished to meet me in Olga during the Rising celebration. However, the important hour has come and gone, but I haven't seen hide nor hair of him. I've checked all the likely places in the city to no avail, and I'm beginning to worry. If it isn't too much trouble, may I ask you to help me find him? I'm in your debt. Now, my brother is a youth of 16 by the name of Hagi. He recently became an adventurer, something he has aspired to since he was little. Being an adventurer yourself, perhaps you know of him, if not cross paths? So, because I've never done anything with Nahagi, these are the only two choices I get. With Tiny Bishi, Izuna, and Silent Ghost, they both had the option to be like, oh yeah, I know of him. So I'm going to say I'm not familiar with the name, alas. Well, it would be too much of a coincidence, I suppose. At any rate, if he isn't in the city, chances are he went outside on some business. To begin with, I propose we split up and make inquiries in case someone else has seen him. If you could focus on this area, I will speak with those in the quicksand. Afterwards, let us reconvene by the entrance to the tavern. Okay. Sorry. It's been a day. Oops. Okay. Alright, yay, I've learned them. Greetings, adventurer. How may I assist you? Oh, Nahagi? I understand he's doing some work for the Wandering Minstrel. I dare say his client can point you in the right direction. If you can track the man down, that is. I'm afraid I don't know his whereabouts at present. Okay. Something you need? Oh, Nahagi. I know the Sprite, I don't know that word. Sprigety lad. I don't know. Couldn't say where he is now, but last I saw him he mentioned taking on some delivery work. He's a curious one, he is. Gets along with everyone well enough, but doesn't seem to like working in a team. What with talk of bandits prowling the roads of late, I can't help but worry. Something I can do for you, adventurer? If you have business with Bran, best state it quickly. This gas has leads to follow and incentives to investigate, or incidents to investigate for the Harbor Herald. I see. With apologies, I haven't seen this Nahagi. As a matter of fact, I've been rather busy working on my upcoming piece on the Rising. Why, just earlier I was interviewing the ever-enigmatic wandering minstrel, who's got another unusual adventure in the offering. The Letter Forest, he calls it. If that piques your interest, I recommend you go and see the man. He's at the Gold Court, over on the steps of Thal. It appears Nahagi is carrying out some work for the wandering minstrel. If you talk to the man at the Gold Court, you should be able to learn more. Okay. Greetings, friend. By your dauntless daring, I assume you are an adventurer. How might this minstrel be of service? Oh, that's right, I haven't even met the wandering minstrel either. So Nahagi's sister wishes to find him. Indeed, I have entrusted him with the task, and have an inkling as to where he might be. As you may have heard, on the occasion of this Rising celebration, I am hosting an exhibit called the Letter Forest. All are invited to anonymously submit letters to this forest and express their gratitude and encouragement for one another. And all may peruse the letters at their leisure. Now, in order to collect missives from outside of Ul'dah, I have dispatched a chocobo carriage. Nahagi is escorting said carriage. When he contacted me on Linkpearl a while ago, he said that they had emerged from the Twelveswood on their way back to Ul'dah. Given the hour, they should have already arrived. I know not what is causing the delay, but might I trouble you to look for them? I would go myself, except I am needed here at present. I am truly grateful. In case it helps, the carriage was meant to pass through Blackbush Station, so perhaps you could take your search to that area. I pray that nothing has befallen them. Okay. So, I don't have that teleport, so I'm gonna have to run there. Of course, I'm gonna edit it. I'm not gonna make y'all watch me run all the way to Blackbush Station. There you are. Were you able to learn aught of Nahagi? This guy's still here. He's still here from when I was here with Silence. Escorting a carriage for the minstrel, so that is the way of it. As suggested, let us take ourselves to Blackbush Station and try searching in the vicinity. Okay. This guy's sucks. So Blackbush Station is so if I go out Central Thanaland, it will be fine. Okay. Nope. Okay. Creative knowledge. Achievement unlocked. Mapping the realm. Central Daenne. Okay. Time to run! Okay, I touched the Aetheryte and I talked to the Chocobo Porter. Danny! No sooner did I arrive than this man came running, out of breath. You're an adventurer? Thank the 12. It's the bandits from the Quiberon Maints. They found on a Chocobo carriage over by the clutch. The carriage only had one guard, and he was sorely outnumbered. Please, you must help him. That has to be Nahagi. With me. I didn't notice their jackets are different. Okay. Damn it, there's no end to them. We have you now, you stubborn little shite. Enough! Leave my little brother alone, or 12 is my witness. You'll receive such a thrashing as you've never known. I look so emo. From this fearsome adventurer here, that is. That's no ordinary man. Retreat! No, it's a bun man. It's a bun man. Doing everything a bun man can. Are you alright, Nahagi? I'm sorry I didn't come when I said I would, sister. Rest assured, I'm not too badly hurt. That's a relief. I'll take a proper look at your wounds back in the city. It seems you're an adventurer, too. Thank you for your help. What's your name, if I may ask? Danny... Qufiswesfv. I'll remember that. I won't. To send your foes running without even drawing your weapon, you're clearly a great adventurer. I still have a long way to go, embarrassing myself like I did. If I want sister's approval, I need to grow stronger and be able to fight on my own. My approval? I thought so. Okay, so if y'all hadn't guessed, which is very, very cool, the person that Nahagi is escorting is someone that you meet, or the person that Nahagi escorts corresponds to the city that your character comes out of. So the first one was Tenbishi from Olda. The second one was Silent Ghost from Limsa Lamensa. And now we have Danny from excuse me, Gordania. But first things first, Bremondant, and I have a delivery to make for the Rising. That's who you get for Gordania. If you'll excuse us, we'll hurry back to Olda. Let us head back as well. I have a mind to pay the minstrel a visit in any case. Okay. I think that's kind of cool that they did that. Okay. Welcome back, my friends. Pleased am I to see that Nahagi is safe and well. Rising attendants inform me they now have all the letters. With this, we may proceed with the letter forest as planned. Thank you, Nahagi. I'm sorry I'm late. You see, were it not for Daenne, there's no telling what might have become of the letters. And Bremond, in the end, I was utterly useless. So that is how it happened. As Nahagi's client, allow me to thank you as well for coming to his aid. That being said, my boy, you were far from useless. Nay, you bravely defended the carriage until help arrived. There is no need to belittle yourself so. Well, Daenne didn't need to rely on anyone. Now he drove off the bandits with nary more that stern look. I couldn't hold a candle to him. Like him, I want to be able to deal with any problem without help. Otherwise, I can't claim to be an adventurer worth its salt. Without help, tell me, Nahagi, all this time, have you been working alone, even for dangerous tasks? That's right. A worthy adventurer doesn't rely on others. If I'm to be the kind of adventurer you approve of, I must be able to handle anything by myself. I see. If that is what you believe, then I cannot consent to you being an adventurer any longer. Return to our village and start over. What? But you were so happy for me when I became an adventurer. I'm working so hard to succeed, to prove to you that I have what it takes. But now, you've developed a grave misconception. Until you recognize what it is, I cannot in good conscience approve of your calling. If you can't accept this, if you wish to remain an adventurer, then you must win me over, and it begins with pondering why you first embarked upon this path. All right, sister. I'll think on this. I'm sorry you had to see that. Despite how it may have appeared, no one wants my brother to succeed more than I do. To succeed and be happy. After all, I know better than any how hard he works. Unless he changes his ways, however, he's like to die somewhere out there. And even if he manages to stay alive, he would only know an arduous life. That's why I didn't go out of my way to be gentle when dressing his wounds. If he could just focus on what actually matters. Instead, he obsesses about gaining my approval and compares himself to others. What drives us? Kipia Chikaya is again looking a worried sister. His quest is available for a limited time only. If truth be told, no matter what Nahagi wants to do, it is my intent to support him. It's his life after all, and no one else's. It isn't my place to interfere. Be that as it may, if he's sabotaging his own aspirations with his obsession for my approval, I can't simply stand idly by and watch. Loath though I am to impose, until my brother has found his answer, might I trouble you to keep an eye on him? Please take it as a request from me as well. Ever has adventuring been dangerous? And it is more dangerous still for one who spurns help. Like Kipia, I do not wish for Nahagi to continue on his current path. As a fellow adventurer, please help him find a better way. Thank you. Now then, on a related matter, I must pay a visit to the Weavers Guild, but I will see you again anon, if you'll excuse me. Nahagi set off this way, so you may find him at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. We leave him in your capable hands, my friend. Okay. I feel like I've been talking for so long because I've been recording hours worth of content. Oh, it's you. What is it? Is that so? I'm sorry. This is really something I should be doing alone. Still, it's nice to have someone to talk to. Like my sister bade me, I'm pondering why I chose, to become an adventurer in the first place. Kipia has looked after me since I was no more than 10, after our parents passed away. She was already a reporter by then, and her work took her to various places. From her I heard tales about adventurers and came to admire them. Upon learning of the full extent of the impending calamity, she took us to a village in the mountains, where our aunt lived. It's desperate times like these that people need stories of hope, she used to say, and I believe she had wanted to remain in Gridania and continue her work, but she left, in order to keep me safe. I was a burden to her then. I don't want to be a burden to her again. For that, I need to show her that I don't need to depend on others, that I'm a capable adventurer who can handle anything by himself. Ponder as I might, I can't understand what's wrong with that. Well, when in doubt, I suppose I should do what adventurers do, and gather information. It would be good, I think, to speak with people like my sister, people who aren't adventurers, but are familiar with them. Who in Olda would fit that description? The face of the Adventurers Guild. Of course, who else but Miss Momodi? In her capacity as guild representative, she's bound to have some valuable insights. I'll seek her out at once. Okay. I still remember when I first came here to sign up. I was a nervous wreck then, but now this place feels like a second home, and I come all the time for crumpets. They make them so springy and serve them drowning in butter and honey. Makes me want crumpets. Sorry, now isn't the time for that. Come, let's have a chat with Miss Momodi. Well now, if it isn't young Nahagi, and in the company of another adventurer besides. Strange things do happen. What can I do for you today? I was hoping to get your advice on a certain matter. So that's what happens when you don't do the I think it's the Satara or Satasha event, then Momodi doesn't know who you are. No, I'm sorry, it's not Satara or Sahara. That's Gradon. No, that's Limsa Limitsa. This one is Copper Bell Mines. Yeah, if you haven't done the Copper Bell Mines, then Momodi doesn't know who you are. Unless you are an adventurer that starts out in Olda. The misconception you developed about being an adventurer, that's an interesting one, I have to admit. Try as I might to figure it out, I keep going around in circles. I thought you might be able to offer some insights. This is just a gut feeling, but I reckon I understand what your sister's trying to say. Tell me, Nahagi, suppose you failed to get your sister's approval. Would you simply give up being an adventurer? Would it all become meaningless? From this here counter, I've indeed seen off many adventurer, each and every one unique, with dreams and destinations all their own. But in spite of their differences, they all share something in common, a reason for first embarking upon their journey. Daenne, would you mind telling us why you chose the adventure in life? Oh no, what's she gonna say? It's a secret. If you're disinclined to share, then I won't pry. To look at you, though, it's plain you've got a proper reason. Keep it close to your heart now, you hear? Okay, that's what she says with that one. And you, Nahagi, what inspired you to become an adventurer? It's simple, really. I heard about adventurers from my sister, and became infatuated with the lives they led. Like them, I wanted to be able to see the world while helping those in need. Then isn't that enough? Your sister's approval or no, you have a reason all your own. By the 12, I see now. At some point, my desire to prove myself to Kipaya has displaced my own motive for being an adventurer. I always think the feather in his hair is part of his ear. It's not. That's the misconception Kipia wanted me to recognize. What a fool I've been. Wanting someone's approval isn't wrong in and of itself, mind, but it's got nothing to do with why you're an adventurer. It shouldn't force you to do things you wouldn't otherwise do, like trying to handle everything alone. Well, that's enough for me for today. I've said my piece. What you do now is up to you, Nahagi. Thank you for helping me realize, Miss Momodi. Think nothing of it. It's my job to watch over you all. Nothing makes me happier than to see you happy, doing what you do. Okay. Thank you, too, for accompanying me. I think I know what to say to Kipia now. And loath though I am to trouble you again, there's something else I'd like your help with. You see, of the letters we collected in Limsa Lominsa, one was from an explorer who was seeking an escort for an expedition. By now that letter should be on display at the Gold Quartz. I want to show it to my sister, and I'd be grateful if you could help me find it. Come, let's rejoin the minstrel. Okay. Oh, I'm doing it. I can't believe I put it off this long, because I was doing like other stuff. One of the big things I was doing was getting tombstones for my main character that I play offline, Quina. There was a lot of tombstones I had to get. I did it though. Ah, welcome back. Dare I hope you were able to find the answers? Yes, I'm happy to say. Miss Momerdy helped me to come to a realization. And when I go to speak with my sister, I see. By all means, feel free to browse the letter. Feel free to borrow the letter. Does it have any distinguishing characteristics? As I recall, there was a large drawing of a blue chocobo on it. Very well. Let us all search together, the more swiftly to find it. I felt like I had a hair under my headset. One of the drawbacks of having long hair. Especially hair that keeps growing and then you get the little wispies. Letter with a chocobo drawing, with a chocobo carriage drawing. Dear Not So New Adventure, as a traveling merchant, I've had my fair share of happy encounters, but sharing a carriage with you stands out above them all. For you see, I went on to sell veritable crate-loads of the ring I gave you, and turned enough of a profit to buy my own carriage. You shared with me your adventurer's luck, and I count my blessings every day. My only regret is that I neglected to ask you your name, so I don't know your doings. If my instincts are on the mark, though, you surely made a name for yourself. Wherever you are now, my friend, I pray for your continued safety and success. While the contents ring a bell, this letter wasn't written by an explorer, nor does it bear a drawing of a blue chocobo. It isn't the missive Nahagi was looking for, right? And why do I read the letters? Because they're interesting. And I thought you would like to listen to or see what they have to say too. Letter with a quill drawing. Esteemed adventurer, should you chance to read this letter, I pray it find you well. Much time has passed since you helped us to rebuild in the wake of that terrible disaster, but we still remember you most fondly. Our lives continue to be hard, and every day brings new challenges. Nonetheless, we have regained a semblance of what we once had, and smiles are beginning to return to faces. The morrow will be brighter than today. This we dare believe, now thanks to you. And should you yourself face hardship, I pray that you believe the same. Okay. Letter with a shield drawing. As someone charged with the city's peace, I cannot overstate how much of a boon adventurers are to our efforts. Some folks have expressed concern that an increase in drifters would see a corresponding rise in crimes, but on the contrary, they are steadily declining. Soldiers like ourselves are somewhat limited in the scope of our duties, and we are not always available to lend our citizens what assistance they need. Thus, would I take the opportunity to express my heartfelt gratitude to adventurers who step up to fill the void. Letter with a blue chocobo drawing. Dear adventurer, how fares your journey? Mine continues, and I wake up to the sound of bird song and lie down to sleep beneath the moonlight as I seek unblazed trails. Long ago, when an adventurer aided me, I was made to realize how alike we are. Deep down, we are simply travelers who thrill to make new discoveries. Thus do I write this letter now. In hopes of recruiting such like-minded souls to join me on an expedition. If you at all share in my desire to make the uncharted charted, then I invite you to seek me out at the Drowning Wench in Limsa Lominsa. Eagerly do I await your coming. The letter recruiting adventurers bears a drawing of a blue chocobo. It must be the missive Nahagi is looking for. Yeah, my voice is going, no. So I'm glad this is the last recording I have to do for a bit. No luck over here so far. How about you? A blue chocobo. Yes, this is the one. All that's left then is to talk to Kip. Do you know where she is? Kipaya. She went to the Weaver's Guild, saying she had business there. Perhaps she's buying clothes. At any rate, I'll go look for her there. Thank you. For this, too, might I trouble you to accompany Nahagi. Afterwards, I ask that you tell me how events unfold. I shall await you at the Ruby Red Exchange. And I'm sorry, I realized that one of the pictures I tried to take garbled the sound. I didn't realize it was going to do that. Garbled the sound briefly, but still. You're here too? I must confess, I'm feeling rather nervous, so I appreciate your presence. And after this, I'm doing something to eat. Because this is like hour 5 that I'm going to streaming. Or, not streaming, recording. Oh dear, you came to find me. My apologies for taking so long. So, Nahagi, were you able to find the answer? To begin with, I want you to look at this. An explorer is assembling an escort for an expedition. Certainly sounds exciting. In wanting your approval, I was determined not to rely on others, but a part of me dearly wanted to be part of the expedition, to go where I dare not set foot alone, so I decided that I will answer the invitation. Then, this means you've given up on trying to do everything alone? I had wanted to prove to you that I am capable, but I am no longer a burden, and in my obsession, I lost sight of why I became an adventurer in the first place. To see what lies beyond the horizon, and lend a helping hand to those I meet. That's what drives me, and I was able to remember this thanks to Miss Momodi and Daenne. And whether or not you approve, I want to continue adventuring for my own reason. Is that all right with you? Didn't you just say you didn't need my approval? But to be clear, I never actually intended to stop you. Do you remember what you once told me, Nahagi, shortly before the calamity struck? Did you interview adventurers again today? What were they like? What kind of places have they been to? You never get sick of hearing about adventurers, do you? Never ever. When I grow up, I want to be an adventurer too. Well, that's as fine an aspiration as any. But do you know what kind of adventurer you wish to become? A hero like in the tales, perhaps? Oh no, sister, not a hero. Adventurers are free spirits, and I want to be the freest spirit of all. Oh yes, I'll travel the world, meet lots of people, and when I come home, you can interview me as much as you like. For that boy to spurn help for want of my approval, I couldn't bear to see it, and in order to bring you to your senses, I may have spoken a little sternly. As an adventurer, you experience no small amount of hardships, but you choose your path because you want to be free. So don't let yourself be shackled by expectations, be it your own or that of others, and instead take things as they come. So long as you are true to yourself and recognize your limits, you'll surely find a way forward. And remember, not even heroes can accomplish everything alone. Relying on others doesn't make you a lesser adventurer. If anything, the freer we are, the more we need to look out for one another. And that, I believe, is the essence and beauty of adventuring. Wouldn't you agree, Daenne? Wholeheartedly. Understood. Yeah, I won't ever forget this. Knowing you, I expect you're raring to answer that explorer's petition in Limsa. You'll be taking an airship, yes? In which case, I shall give you these garments to you now. I had them made for you. Think it was past time you had something better. For me? Thank you so much, sister. I must thank you, too. You're the kind of adventurer I admire, and I'll keep on working hard to be like you. I couldn't have asked for a better person to watch over my little brother. I appreciate everything you've done for him, and look forward to meeting you again, be it for a story or something else. With that, we take our leave of you. Till next time. You see the siblings off, safe in the knowledge that all will be well. Time to rejoin the wandering minstrel and relate to him the tale's happy conclusion. Okay. It's a little bit quicker this way. My voice is like, no, stop using me. I'm tired. I want to rest. Hold on a second. We're close to the end. Promise. Welcome back, my friend. Judging by your expression, I take it all is well with Nahagi and Kipia. I see. Pleased am I to hear that. When we first set out on our journeys, 'tis usually for the simplest of reasons. Yet as we make our way, those reasons may become lost in a haze of motives, causing us to lose sight of what truly matters. In such a time, if we can but remember what prompted us to take our first steps, we will always find the strength to take the next. Nahagi shall be fine. I'm certain of it. My thanks for keeping an eye on him. These events have inspired a new verse in me, a verse about the dreams of those who seek new worlds and the hopes of those who see them off. Greetings, Warrior of Light. I don't know I'm the Warrior of Light yet. This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps, or perhaps not. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Naoki Yoshida, and I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude. 10 years have now passed since the world was reborn from its ashes, since we set forth upon this journey. Countless things have happened during that time, and I've had the pleasure of meeting many an adventurer along the way. If truth be told, it hasn't always been easy. There are moments when I wonder why I must struggle so, days when I'm tempted to cast it all aside. But in spite of this, I always manage to carry on, and it's thanks to my wonderful comrades, and to you, our esteemed adventurers. By now I must have regaled with tens of thousands of your tales. You usually share them with a smile, but even when it's with a frown, you tell me that you're still enjoying yourself. 'Tis no exaggeration to say that I derive all my driving force from you all. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you. Ours is an unending journey, and nothing would make me happier than if we could keep walking it together. As you make your way, you promise that we will ever be at your side, matching you step for step. Now the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. Much time has passed since the world was reborn from its ashes. Countless souls have made this place their home. Every single one has left an indelible mark upon it. Together we have built this world, and it is our sincerest hope that we shall continue to do so for many years to come. So please be safe and well. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. I dare say Nahagi is aboard the airship by now. I pray that he and Kipia will find happiness upon their respective paths. I hope you do so as well, my friend. If you would lend me an ear, I would dedicate these verses to your future. By morning light the journey starts, a trail of hope within our hearts. On westerly wind to the river song, into the world where we belong. Above fields of white and azure sky, sunsets storm a crimson fire. Jewels a glitter on pitch black veil, a new day dawns, so goes the tale. By eternal wind we carry on, boldly towards a golden morn, with memories as a guiding star, shining our steps both near and far. Where will you go? Whom will you meet? What will you see? There is no telling what the future holds for anyone. Yet come what may, I bid you never forget this. The bonds you forge, the memories you make, and the footprints you leave behind, they shall one day spur you forward. So pray continue walking your own path. Wherever your journey leads, I shall be praying for your happiness. That's very cool. With memories shared yet all our own, as one we brave frontiers unknown. Thank you for 10 years. Last time I have to read that out loud and get emotional. Yes! I did it. You now have access to the letter forest in the Gold Court. Speak with the tender stationed there to read the letters. Additionally, you have also unlocked the Kupo Kupo Adventure minigame on the steps of Nald. Speak with Nonora at the Ruby Road Exchange to play. What the future? This, along with other minigames, may also be played by opening the toy chest in any inn room. Oh my freaking god. A decade of adventure. Okay. Now, time to read the letters, and I'm done. Well, technically not done because I still have other characters I need to do this with, but I'm done recording for it. And I can rest my voice. Greetings and welcome to the Letter Forest. Displayed here are messages of gratitude and encouragement which folks the realm over have anonymously written. It comes as no surprise, but no few messages are addressed to adventurers. If you wish to peruse some letters, I shall be pleased to guide you. Yes. Many years have passed since we installed a message board on an unassuming street corner. To see it continue to be utilized by adventurers fills me and my fellow keepers with pride. Like a lodestone, the message board draws people together, and it is our hope that it keeps serving you well as a means to share information. For our humble part, we shall endeavor to maintain the board in good repair, while bringing you news that may be of interest. his best of wishes, a message board keeper. As a choreographist, my job is to create movements that convey specific emotion, such as a dancer's performance or a mimette's adorable gesture. And though I have the honor of contributing my expertise to etiquette manuals, movement cannot be tangibly preserved in the manner that artwork, such as paintings, can. From the mesmerizing flutter of fabric to the inviting springiness of the ooze, it all passes by in an instant. In light of this, if but one of my steps or flourishes occupy a place in your memory, then nothing would make me happier. Movingly yours, a humble choreographist. One lazy afternoon, as I stood by the Azurite Plaza, I found myself absorbed by the sight of adventurers whiling away their time. Greeting friends who were passing by, practicing a newly learned dance, sitting on a bench and chatting, opening umbrellas when it began to rain, tucking into a loaf of bread when peckish. To the untrained eye, they were doing naught out of the ordinary. I, however, saw the fruits of my life's work, and it warmed my heart. Dreaming of a day when proper social etiquette is practiced by all, be it in a ballroom or otherwise, I shall continue my quest to edify. Courteously yours, an etiquette manual writer. Dear adventurer, I am a theater set designer, and one who is said to have a perchance for designing unusual props for the stage. Some of my labors of love, it's thrilled me to discover, have caught your eye to become little companions that follow you around, or even modes of transportation. To see my creations for the stage delight you often, even the oddest ones, delights me in turn, and further motivates me in my craft. In hopes that I can continue to delight you all, I will endeavor to create ever more interesting props. Yours in whimsy, a theater set designer. Dear adventurer, I am a festival committee member in charge of decorating cities during celebrations. While decorations are an oft unremarked part of events, some of you have noticed the little touches we apply, such as stray bombs and romantic snowmen, and it makes our efforts all the more worthwhile. As you continue your adventures, it is our hope that the festive ambiance we create through the year will provide you with joy and respite. Most fully yours, a festival committee member. Recently, my fellows and I have begun taking ourselves around the realm, repairing buildings and roads, as well as restoring natural landscapes. This we do as part of an initiative to improve quality of life for adventurers. Yours is a long journey. What little we can do to ease your way, we gladly do. Constructively yours, a humble architect. You who are reading this letter, I bid you imagine the countless adventurers who call this world home. I dare say it isn't difficult to do so, for that is a reality as it stands. Yet we mustn't take it for granted, for what we have now is the culmination of much hard work by full many souls. Souls including your good self. Adventurers breathe life into this world, each one of you giving rise to a grand tale, and I hope you never forget this. Thank you for taking the time to cast your eyes over these words. Wherever your adventures may lead, may you find happiness. With utmost respect, a nameless artisan. I first set foot in this land 10 years ago, Since then, I've had the occasion to meet numerous fine adventurers like yourself. Many languages exist, and they sometimes act as a wall that divides us. This world, however, is a place where we might transcend that wall and come together in unity. Each and every day, you and yours find various ways to forge bonds. In so doing, you gain access to a new world as seen through different eyes, and this is what makes life endlessly fascinating. As you carry on adventuring, I pray that you'll be blessed with many such enriching encounters. Yours in understanding and unity, a humble linguist. Dear adventurer, during the calamity and for a long time afterwards, there was nary a smile to be seen upon faces. Now, however, I often see you and yours walking happily through the city, and it never fails to warm the heart. In my mind, you are the symbols of the new era. No one can say what the future holds, but when I see your smiles, I am reassured that somehow all will be well. Sincerely yours, a humble citizen. I used to be an adventurer, but in the course of my travels I developed the urge to recreate for others the sense of marvel that I was experiencing. One thing led to another, and I eventually became a theater director. My role is to produce spectacular theater, and nothing is more gratifying than to receive praise from the audience. For a long time to come, I hope to continue creating memorable adventures to share with everybody. Yours in imagination and wonderment, our humble theater director. As an advertising scribe, I create notices for events and products that you see posted in message boards. Such information isn't exactly essential for adventuring, but I consider it job well done if people are aware of their options, and I'll keep striving to deliver information that may be of interest to adventurers. Thank you always for your kindness and compassion. Communicatively yours, a humble advertising scribe. Glad I won't have to say that word anytime soon. Communicatively, I don't know. In all things, it's nice to be able to make changes to better suit your taste. But by the same token, the more choices one has, the more difficult it is to decide what to do. We began posting guides on the message board as a way to answer questions from adventurers. Before we knew it, we had surpassed 200 items. We couldn't have kept at it for so long without invaluable feedback. It makes us truly happy when we hear that we could help to solve your problems, even in some small way. Encouraged by your praise and driven by your requests, we'll keep working hard to serve you. Should you have any comments or suggestions, please do not hesitate to reach out. We always appreciate hearing from you. Informatively yours, a humble guide. All who set forth must invariably pass through the entrance, and while most will not spare the place a second thought, we gatekeepers think of naught else day in and day out. Our solemn duty is to ensure that all adventurers can enter unhindered, and this entails keeping signs in good repair and pesky fiends at bay. We're especially attentive when we throw open all entrances at once, following a large-scale maintenance work. Inspired by the eager expressions you wear as you set forth anew, we will continue performing our task to the best of our ability. Vigilantly yours, a humble gatekeeper. A stirring story needs a formidable antagonist, one who stands in the protagonist's way and causes them sadness and suffering. When the hero finally overcomes that foe, they will know a joy that is as sweet as the struggles with bitter. Those who shared in that joy will go on to become friends true, their bond transcending age, station, and nations. In order to create such depressing lows and soaring heights, I was trying to conceive a more compelling antagonist. Dramatically yours, a humble playwright. As someone who composes music for the stage, nothing pleases me more than to hear that you are moved by my work. I'm also humbled to receive your words of appreciation for the concerts we hold and the orchestrion roles we lose. You are my motivation, spurring me to continue composing music that brings the story to life, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Yours in the melody, a humble theater composer. From sword slashing to armor clinking, from water running to leaves rustling, I have the pleasure of recreating for the stage the various sounds that can be heard out in the world. It's a challenge and a thrill to produce these sounds as we draw inspiration from the knowledge that they are heard and appreciated by many. However, the sounds of a play isn't limited to that which we ourselves create. No, they also encompass those made by the audience and the players. It is a collaboration between us, a joint performance, and it's my hope that we can continue filling the world with sound together. Acoustically yours, a humble theater sound designer. I did it. Oh my god, I did it. Oh my gosh. Okay. I need to learn not to do that, but as I said before, I get distracted with other stuff, and then I always think, oh, I have plenty of time. Anyways, it's done, and just in time. I'm so happy. Okay. Oh my gosh. Until the next event, when I do this all over again. Hopefully not. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. That's going to be up now. Thank you so much for watching. Please stay safe, stay happy, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye!